What is up, people of the internet? This one's for you, Mark. You suggested this song on every single video pretty much that I put out the whole time I've been on YouTube. So this one goes out for you, man. Thanks for always supporting the channel. Thanks for always checking all the other stuff and being patient with me getting to the song you suggested. Today we're going to be checking out the band ALLEGAEON with their song Gray Matter Mechanics. Now this song has been suggested by the same guy, Mark, on every video that I put up pretty much. I've also had quite a few other people start suggesting it lately, and last night in the live stream, which I do every Saturday, a live stream on the YouTube channel, last night in the live stream I had several people asking for it as well. So I chose to do this one today. For you, Mark, and for all the other people asking, thank you for your suggestions. I've never heard this band, and I've only heard of them from the comments, so I don't really know any of the backstory of the band or anything about them other than this song has been requested several times. We'll hop in here and see what it's all about. Thank you guys for all the support on the channel lately. All the numbers are going up. We're growing the community. A lot of awesome people are joining. Last night in the live stream, we had a lot of people from all over around the world in there hanging out, having a good time. So if you're interested, every Saturday I do a live stream on the channel. Also, if you're interested, there's a secret link in the description. It's something I either find funny, interesting, or some music I like, something I want to share with you guys. So if you're interested in checking that out, make sure you hit the secret link in the description. If you like what I'm doing here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join everyone else who has. Let's hop into this. Got the nylon string guitar. Alright, before that gets into the vocals, the beginning of the song played on the nylon string guitar, the technique he was using there with the 3 or 4 different fingers doing the plucking. That's a really, really hard technique to get down. A lot of people don't do that these days outside of that actual style of music. So it's pretty cool they actually incorporated that in here. Definitely wasn't expecting that whenever I clicked on the video. I also like how it kind of carried that through. Even after the distortion and the drums came in, it still kept a little bit of that vibe in there, which is kind of a cool blend. You don't really hear that often, but it's very unique sounding so far. I like the technicality of their playing and the infusion of the different kind of styles as well. guitarist with the white guitar here, the one that's eating the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I take it these guys are like jokesters, which is cool to see as well. I like whenever you see bands that are having fun, especially in the videos and stuff like that, not taking everything too seriously. But one thing I'm noticing is whenever you do what's called tremolo picking, where you go down and up on the string pretty quickly, which is how they're playing this right here. They're going down and up on the string. Typically you tilt your hand forward and kind of hit the string like this. If you watch his picking hand, he's actually turning his hand backwards and hitting the strings like that rather than forwards, which is the more common correct technique to use, which is pretty interesting. Usually that's kind of frowned upon in the land of guitar playing, and that's like one of the things that they would teach you if you were to learn actual guitar from an instructor, is that would be the incorrect technique to use, but obviously it's working for him. I know Misha, one of the guitarists for Periphery, actually used to play that way too, and he had to like force himself to correct that technique. But sometimes you can see him actually slip back into it and play with that backwards tilted style like that with his picking hand. That's just one little thing that I noticed that no one else in the world would probably notice, but that's interesting to me. Usually that comes from someone just picking up a guitar and being self-taught and just figuring out a way to be able to do it. I don't know if that matters to anyone else in the world except for me, but if it does, there's a little tidbit for you. The song so far is pretty good. The actual distortion sound on the guitars is kind of, it definitely wouldn't be what I would do. I mean, it works in the context of this mix and everything, but especially for them being extended range guitars, which means above a typical 6-string guitar, they're playing 7-string guitars, and there's not any low end really to the actual sound of the guitars, which with that extra low string you should have more, and that comes from the sound of the actual distortion and how they mixed this. They scooped out a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit too much of the low frequency of the guitars, and it leaves it really trebly sounding, the actual sound of the distortion for the guitars, so there's not a lot of like balls underneath. But the music itself sounds really good. The technicality of their playing is really cool. I like the video, how they're like joking around and stuff as well. The drummer also seems like he can play really well. The vocalist, I don't really care for his vocals as much as some of the other ones, but it works, like I said, with this sound and with their band. That's just completely my personal preference. I just don't really care for his sound of vocals. I like that part right there with the harmonizing guitars doing the lead over the top with that rhythm he's got back there, kind of calling back to that original vibe a little bit with the nylon string guitar. I like how that kind of plays out there and the rhythm behind on the drums, like how all of that plays together.
Sandwich got on the $300.
Yeah, thanks.
Jesus Christ.
So that last part that he played there with the nylon string guitar, I don't know if that's the actual part of the song or if it's just like with the video they did that, but that was my favorite sounding part of the whole entire thing. I've always been like a sucker for that nylon string classical style. Whenever I was younger, whenever I first started learning how to play guitar, I played on an acoustic guitar for like 4 years. I was only 8 years old whenever I started playing guitar, and I had my mom buy me a CD of this guitar quartet that played with nylon string guitars, and they did covers of classical music with the quartet of guitars, and that's like, ever since then, I used to listen to that all the time. I used to listen to that going to sleep. I put my headphones on and just listen to that classical music being played by the nylon string guitars. That, along with like a piano and cello, would probably be some of my favorite sounding instruments playing together and all that. So I really like that at the end during that outro section. That was my favorite sounding part, just because it like recalled that in my memory from whenever I was a kid listening to that sort of style. But the song overall, I think is really good. It shows off their playing skills. The drummer are very, very good. I also noticed the drummer had a t-shirt on of that Ne Obliviscaris, I think is how you pronounce the name, that the band, I've done a reaction to one of their songs as well, but their drummer was also really good, and this drummer had a shirt on of them, so that was cool as well. This song was an interesting blend of the nylon string sort of sound and then having the distorted guitars come in and kind of weave in and out of that sort of style. So that was pretty cool. It was very unique. You could tell they had fun with the video. They might have gone a little bit excessive with the peanut butter and jelly thing, in my opinion, but like once they did it a couple times, it kind of lost its, that's funny to me anyways, but overall, very unique. I would like to hear more from these guys to see what else they do. Like, is this their typical sound with the nylon string guitar with that sort of style blended into the more fast-paced metal sort of style? So I'll definitely be keen to check out more from them, just to check it out, just to see what else they do. I would like to hear what you guys thought of this song. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget, if you're interested, check out the secret link in the description. If you like what I'm doing here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join everyone else who has. I'll see you guys in the next video.